Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial on solving the kids with the greatest number of candies problem on LeetCode. If you are new to LeetCode or coding interviews in general, this problem is a great starting point to practice your problem-solving skills. It's a simple yet interesting challenge that will help you grasp important concepts and techniques. In this tutorial, we will break down the problem statement and gain a clear understanding of what is required. We will go through the provided example, understand the inputs and outputs, and identify the key insights needed to solve the problem efficiently. And next, we will dive into the solution approach. I will explain the intuition behind the solution and guide you through each line of code, unraveling the syntax, mechanism, algorithm, semantics, and logic behind the scene. And you will learn how to find the maximum number of candies, compare each kid's count, and determine if they can have the greatest number of candies when extra candies are distributed. And besides, we will discuss the runtime and memory requirements and giving you a clear idea of the computational resources needed for the solution. And by the end of this tutorial, you will not only have a working solution to the problem, but also gain a solid understanding of the problem-solving process, algorithmic thinking, and coding skills. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let's read the problem description. Given an array candies representing the number of candies that each kid has, along with an integer extra candies representing the number of extra candies that you have, you need to determine whether there exists a way to distribute the extra candies such that one of the kids can have the greatest number of candies among all the kids. To solve this problem, we can follow these 5 steps. First step, find the maximum number of candies among all the kids in the given array candies. Let's call this value max candies. And second step is to iterate through each kid's candy count in the candies array. And third step is to, for each kid, check if adding extra candies to their candy count makes their total candies greater than or equal to max candies. And step 4, if the condition is satisfied, append true to the result array. Otherwise, we append false. And the last step is to return the result array as the final output. So in terms of implementation, we initialize the max candies variable to 0 and iterate through the candies array to find the maximum value using the max function. Then we iterate through the candies array again and compare each kid's candy count with the maximum, appending the result to the result list. Finally, we return the result list as the output. Overall, the intuition is to find the maximum candies and then compare each kid's count with the maximum using the extra candies to determine if they can have the greatest number of candies. And in the code, this line defines the function kids with candies that takes 3 input parameters: self, candies, which is the array representing the number of candies each kid has, and extra candies, which is the number of extra candies you have. And here we initialize max candies to 0, which will store the maximum number of candies among all the kids. We also initialize an empty list result, which will store the Boolean values indicating if each kid can have the greatest number of candies. And this loop iterates through each candy count in the candies array. It compares the current candy count with the current maximum max candies and updates max candies to the greater value between them. And by the end of this loop, max candies will contain the maximum number of candies among all the kids. This loop iterates through each candy count in the candies array again. It checks if adding extra candies to the current candy count will make it greater than or equal to max candies. If it does, it means that the current kid can have the greatest number of candies. We append true to the result list. Otherwise, we append false. And finally, we return the result list, which contains Boolean values indicating whether each kid can have the greatest number of candies. The overall logic of the solution is to find the maximum number of candies among all the kids in the candies array. Then for each kid, we compare their candy count with the maximum candies, considering the additional extra candies. And based on the comparison result, we store true or false in the result list. And the time complexity of this solution is big O of n. Well, the first iteration through the candies array to find the maximum candies takes O of n time, where n is the number of kids, which is the length of the candies array. The second iteration through the candies array to check if each kid can have the greatest number of candies also takes big O of n time. Therefore, the overall time complexity is big O of n since we iterate through the candies array twice. The space complexity of this solution is also big O of n. We use two additional variables, max candies and result, both of which require a constant amount of space, so they do not contribute to the space complexity. But the space complexity is mainly determined by the result list, which can have a length equal to the number of kids in the candies array. Hence, the space complexity is big O of n, where n is the number of kids. And that concludes our tutorial on solving the kids with the greatest number of candies problem on LeetCode. I hope you found this tutorial helpful in developing your problem-solving skills and gaining a deeper understanding of the solution. Remember, solving LeetCode problem is not just about finding the correct solution. It's about developing your problem-solving mindset, improving your coding skills, and building your confidence as a programmer. So the more problems you solve, the better you become at breaking down complex problems into manageable steps. I encourage you to continue practicing on LeetCode and exploring more challenging problems. As you progress, you will encounter a wide range of problem-solving techniques and algorithms that will expand your coding repertoire. And keep in mind that problem-solving is a skill that improves with practice and perseverance. So please don't get discouraged by challenging problems. Instead, embrace them as opportunities to grow and learn. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And also please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and click the bell icon on to receive the latest updates. Happy coding and best of luck with your coding journey. Goodbye.